significant gateway between oceans, the Panama Canal. But today, the action will be of a different kind and at a different place. It will be at that building which we are zooming in on. It is known as the Gymnasium Nuevo Panama. And in the sweltering heat inside, a crowd of more than 12,000 trying to cope with it as the sun seeps in through the side and top windows, adding to the burden of the heat. We are getting ready for the WBA featherweight title fight. Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Panama City. And I think we have a rousing scrap for you today, which could conceivably produce a new champion. First, the champion himself, Pedroza, age 27, a knockout punch, 20 knockout victories in his career, 10 times successfully defended his title, the WBA Fighter of the Year for the year 1980. The opponent, last September 13th at San Antonio, stunned boxing observers with the brilliance of his performance against the terribly tough and clever Salvador Sanchez. And that's Patrick Ford, the young man from Guyana. The fighters are in the ring. Quickly, let's go to the tail of the tape, and then we'll be bringing you first-round action, filling you on the rules as we go, and the other details pertinent to the match. In the tail of the tape, there is one statistic, and that has to do with the reach. A 5-inch reach advantage for Patrick Ford, 73.5 inches to 68.5 inches. Weights, they both weighed in at 125 3/4. They are both tall. Pedroza in the red trunks and Ford in the black. The action is underway. The third man in the ring is Larry Rosadilla, the veteran referee from Los Angeles. Now, let's see. Quickly, you see Ford trying to work that elongated Tommy Hearns-like left jab. He is built in the manner of Hearns, though without the extreme power that Hearns possesses. Yet, he really gave it to Sanchez in the early going in their fight. Pedroza got in a quick left lead. It's an 18-foot ring, scoring on a 10-point plus system under WBA rules. The 3 knockdown rule is, repeat, is in effect. No saving by the bell except in the 15th round and a mandatory 8 count on knockdowns, of course. The gloves are 8-ounce rings. The other two judges who with Rosadilla have a voice in the scoring are Luis Solberon of Venezuela and Jesus Silas, also of Venezuela. Thus the details. Now the action. First, Pedroza, a local hero, Panamanian. One time in his career, lost 3 straight fights, was given up on, and then the sudden turnabout. Brilliant victory over Reynaldo Hidalgo and Rudolfo Francis, and then finally acquisition of the title on April 16, 1978 against Cecilio Lastra of Spain. We're almost 2 minutes into round 1. And the unusual first round, fighters wary of each other. Pedroza will be a more difficult target for Ford, or should be, than Sanchez, who has developed a penchant for the absorption of punishment. But he's got a granite chin, Sanchez, and he can take it. And his stamina is evident, coming on as he does in the late going in all of his fights. Good right to the midriff by Ford. Coming down now to the end of round 1. We're back live at ringside in Panama City. WBA featherweight crown at stake. Pedroza, defending champion, to the left of your screen in the red trunks. Patrick Ford, the challenger from Guyana. Now with his back to you in the black trunks. First round uneventful. Fighters feeling each other out. Best blow, a right to the midriff by Ford. Yet, I ought to notice one tendency. It would be that Pedroza, as they have a quick, brisk exchange there, made Ford miss much more often than Sanchez did when Ford fought Sanchez. Ford scoring there. He had had only 15 fights when he fought Sanchez and fought him so superbly. Good right lead by Ford. That reach getting in there, and then a left. The right lead startled Pedroza. Most effective blow of the fight thus far. Interesting human footnote. Just moments ago, Ford was called from his dressing room, went into our ABC control room to take a phone call wishing him luck from Forbes Burnham, the president of the nation of Guyana. I'd like to alert our local stations along the line that at the end of this round, we will take a station break. We're 10 seconds shy of 2 minutes into round 2. It's been a good round for Patrick Ford. Advantage accruing the Ford, Pedroza must find a way to get into him and yet not be punished. Good uppercut by Ford in that exchange. Always a vital weapon in the infight, the ability to deliver the uppercut.
Okay, stop.
Rosadilla breaking the fighters in the waning seconds of round 2. We'll be right back with more of ABC's Wide World of Sports after this word from our local stations. Underway. We are live at ringside in Panama City. WBA featherweight crown at stake. Defending Eusebio Pedroza with his back to you now in the red trunks. Challenging Patrick Ford. First round was even. In my view, the second round went to Ford. Larry Rosadilla, the third man in the ring. Veteran referee knows how to maintain position, stay out of the way, yet be positioned to come in effectively should a fighter be hurt. Pedroza, a clever fighter, not an easy target. Looking to penetrate with the left jab, the effective reach edge. What you have to look for in this fight is whether or not Pedroza's experience will take over as the fight progresses, and he'll begin to find ways to score more. Right there, he shot a right lead. Exchange that has stirred the crowd somewhat. Pedroza was scoring on the infighting with his right. More effective round for Pedroza than either of the prior two. Finding a way to tie Patrick Ford up and at the same time score himself. Pedroza took advantage of it with his boxing skills and his know-how. And now Pedroza's beginning to score effectively. A clever, experienced fighter. Making Ford miss. Excellent exhibition by Eusebio Pedroza in this third round. Crowd now going crazy because he is one of their heroes. Duran used to be and still is, but Duran and Pedroza are not friends. Pedroza tying up Ford effectively. Round 4 of a fight that in the third round started to fulfill the promise we had hoped for at the outset of the event. Pedroza defending his WBA featherweight crown against a tough young challenger, Patrick Ford of Guyana. Pedroza in the red trunks and Ford in the black trunks with the white stripes. Pedroza came to himself in the third round, showing his know-how, tying up the opponent, making him miss, and then scoring repeatedly from the inside, and then beginning to score with his own jab, working the ring. There. Excellent ability at slipping punches by Pedroza. Just excellent. Now getting his left jab in, as you can see, despite the reach edge that accrues to Patrick Ford. Wrist exchange. Ford with a good left at the end, but earlier Pedroza had scored twice. Rosadea breaking the fighters. You don't observe the clever movement of Pedroza unless you watch his feet. He is rarely a standing target. And in the manner of Wilfred Benitez, one of the cleverest boxers around, he uses that head uncannily to slip punches. Notice how he got out of there, out of reach of Ford's long left, and how Ford missed with the right. Ford has missed more punches in 3.5 rounds than he missed in a whole fight against Salvador Sanchez. And the arms grow weary as the fight lengthens when that happens. Ford's stamina will be another test for him in this fight. 30 seconds left in the round. See that? You see Ford missing steadily. He's getting a boxing lesson from Eusebio Pedroza, who senses that he's got the young man under growing control. We're going to stay between rounds. Another good round for Pedroza. Pedroza, as he comes back to his corner, calmly, assuredly. Now, being talked to in his corner by his manager, Santiago Del Rio, who's his chief second and cut man. The other two in the corner, Lionel Hoyt and Henry Douglas. They're veterans. They know the quality of their fighter. Because as I noted earlier, they've been around the wars with him for a while. Ready to give up after 3 consecutive defeats. The fighter came on and into his own. A good story. Meanwhile, in the other corner, Ford being worked over by his trainer, Chuck Talhammy. Reggie Ford, his brother, is in the corner, and so is Humphrey Green. Co-managers of David Rodriguez and Richard Barrett of the young man from Guyana, who now knows he's up against a tough and clever cookie. The bell for round 5. 18-foot ring, remember, and Pedroza, without waist movement, uses it beautifully. could connect with a couple of lefts. He doubled up very quickly on it. That after having missed a couple. Been talked to, obviously, by his corner. He is fighting now more in terms of boxing basics. He's more under control of himself, and the wildness is not so noticeable.
Okay, stop. Déjalo salir. Break.
This is the 5th round, the WBA featherweight crown at stake. Working the left now, purposefully, and fighting a much better round than either of the last two. Good right lead, second time in the fight. Away with it, Pedroza must clearly be wary of. Able to work for it, although there he had the good left lead the way he did in the prior 2 rounds.
No holding. Stop. Break. Déjalo salir. En el sol. Break. Fuera.
Counting down in the final minute of round 5. Although Pedroza scored there, Ford has been in this round with his left jab.
Okay, stop, break, déjalo salir. No shot, wrong thing, even though.
Rosadia, the referee, breaking the fight. We're back live. Panama City, WBA featherweight crown at stake. Pedroza, red trunks defending. Ford, black trunks, white stripes challenging. Fairly even fight. In rounds 3 and 4, when Ford tried to punch the lead with a strong punching attack, Pedroza knew how to take advantage of him and won the rounds, in my view, cleanly. But in round 5, a different tack for Ford proved effective. Working the left jab systematically. Pedroza very effective, as you just saw, with counterpunching.
No hold. Okay, break that clean. Los dos.
Neither fighter has been hurt, though a couple of right leads surprised and stung Pedroza. Missing again. Trying to fight this round the way he fought the last one. Trying to outbox the champion by the use of the long left jab with the reach advantage he enjoys physically. Seconds to go in the round and counting down.
Break. Déjalo salir. okay, here we go.
Unable to get a clean, hard shot against Pedroza, but Pedroza not able in the last 2 rounds to get in any clean ones himself. Back live in Panama City, round 7 underway. Eusebio Pedroza in the red trunks, defending his WB featherweight crown against Patrick Ford in the black trunks of Guyana. We've had 2 different fights. The 3rd and 4th rounds, all Pedroza. In the 5th and 6th rounds, Ford started fighting in a workmanlike boxing style, negating it, Pedroza's efforts materially and accentuating Ford's huge reach advantage. Be 100 degrees in that ring. The sun, as noted, still streaming into the arena through the side and ceiling windows. So stamina will play an increasing role. Day is really on top of these fighters. As you watch, you see Ford using that long left very effectively, keeping Pedroza at bay. Started doing this in the 5th round and continued in the 6th. We'd like to alert our local stations along the line that at the end of this round, we'll take a station break. Right by Pedroza. Half uppercut. Snap Ford's head back. Pedroza gaining in this exchange. Ford missing. Pedroza working him on the inside. The crowd responded. Pedroza used that left and the right in combination. Good, brisk battle right here. We'll be right back with more of ABC's Wide World of Sports after this word from our local station. Live from Panama City. Pedroza left, Ford right. WBA featherweight crown at stake. May have seen a turning point in the fight in the last round. Pedroza, who had been losing the round, took Ford literally apart in the last minute and a half. Maybe Pedroza will go on from there. Fight with the kind of cleverness and skill that he has enjoyed through the years. Certain it is when he gets Ford to swing, hoping to land a knockout punch. He knows how to take advantage. Make Ford miss right there. Came in with a right uppercut. Gets him on the inside, and that's where he can do his damage. And negate Ford's reach advantage. You see that? Ford missed, and quickly the right hand counterpunch by Pedroza. With the long left and the combinations getting to Pedroza's head. And an up-and-down fight. Like to see Arthur McCanny scoring this fight because his method of scoring, now Pedroza scoring again, is to break a round down into 3 separate 1-minute segments. And the way these men have been fighting, that's not easy to do. Pedroza again on the end fighting, taking charge. And I wonder if Ford is hurt. For a moment, Ford appeared to be hurt. But this kid has nothing but courage. 24-year-old Patrick Ford. No, he was not hurt. He comes back straight. Approaching the end of round 8. Pedroza rocks Ford with a right. We're going to stay between rounds. Excellent action. Let's look at some of the action in the middle of the round. Get an insight into the topsy-turvy nature of the fight. In the end fighting, Pedroza punching well and then using his shoulders in the manner of a Carlos Monzon. Duran always used to be skilled at that. Then Ford beginning to come back when it looked like we didn't go that far in our round. But anyway, there he is, Eusebio Pedroza, defending his title. And I think ahead at this point in the fight, based upon winning the last 2 rounds, as I saw it. Round 9. Suggested that the last minute and a half of round 7 might be a turning point in this fight. To throw it, perhaps, Pedroza's way. Well, Pedroza won an excellent 8th round, capitalizing inside. Pedroza, hands outside. That means he thinks he's in control of the other man at this point. I have talked about Pedroza's ability to slip punches with the head. Then the quick right lead has a different stratagem for the second at least. Round 9. Of the pace at the moment, and why not in this heat? Blistering. Looking left jab, the miss with the right. With the right lead, brought it off Ford there. Ford has missed countless punches.
You got to work too, Matthew.
Pedroza expresses it as his wish to fight Sanchez for the unification of the titles. But those rump organizations that dominate boxing, why I don't know, would have it their own way.
Hey, quite a break. Here we go, out.
everybody in this arena has seen Harold Smith.
Okay, déjalo salir, breakout. Okay, fuera, breakout clean, here we go.
End of the round at hand. We're back, round 10. And unless there's a change in pattern from the last 3 rounds, I would think that Mr. Pedroza is fighting his fight, his way, and is in charge. Fighters fighting at a much lesser pace now. The clinch that referee Rosatilla just broke, and the evidence of at least temporary fatigue. Oh, Ford very much on his toes, trying to use the ring and get back to the flicking left and the reach advantage. Pedroza is the pursuer. Tomorrow, 2 o'clock Eastern, 1 Central and Pacific. An incredible lineup of football greats on the Superstar, including number 83, Ted Hendricks of the Super Bowl champion Raiders, maybe the most dominating football player I have seen in many years. And after that, ABC's International Boxing. USA against Pena from Nashville, Tennessee. And ABC's Wide World of Sports, the Women's World Cup Individual Gymnastics Championships, the World Two-Man Bobsled Championship from Cortina, Italy. Over most of these ABC stations.
What's your hits?
Round 10, into the final minute. The action has materially slowed. Ford fighting better in this round, using the ring, using the left jab. You see Pedroza trying to work him over. And he does. He's very effective in the infight. Counting down. Final 20 seconds. Round 10. We're approaching the end of the round. We're back. Round 11 live from Panama City. And it was clear in Pedroza's corner, directly above me, that they feel their man is in charge in this fight. They may be right, based upon the way Pedroza fought in the middle rounds. Certainly if Ford is to win this fight, a good left by Ford, he's got to now come on convincing, or so it seems to me. I'm not sure that a conservative effort would do it for him, especially in Panama, the home of the WBA, with a Panamanian, the local hero, the defending champion. Continues to be on his toes, to use the whole of the 18-foot ring. Pedroza continues to try to get inside, where he's been successful in working the opponent over. Pedroza has had a penchant for coming strongly in the final minute of all the middle rounds, except for the last one, which was the 10th. This is the 11th. Pedroza does his best fighting. After Ford misses, leaves himself open for the counter punch. Pedroza scores, gets inside, and then works the opponent over. He is now in control of Patrick Ford, in my opinion. Patrick Ford is beginning to show the signs of battle. His lower lip cut at the very end of the last round. Cut's been worked over. Blood had been coming out of it. And I must say, this is the first Pedroza fight I have worked, although I've studied his films. And he has impressed me. Excellent counterpuncher. Excellent use of the head at slipping punches. Knows how to use the ring without wasting movement. Quick-handed fighter, much quicker hands than Patrick Ford, who couldn't use the long left, at least not up to this point, with sufficient effectiveness to negate the opponent.
Don't hold where you're holding, all right?
Pedroza is a man who knows his trade, knows what he's about. In a fight, it could change with one blow.
Okay, break, fuera.
Short left after missing with 2 blows, one of which Pedroza had picked off by Ford. Pedroza's just now looking for his spots.
Stop, break.
Making the fight at his pace, his way. He has used the uppercut very effectively throughout the fight, in the infight.
No holding, Ford, you're holding. Okay, you're holding.
So far, the cut in the lower lip has not reopened.
Okay, stop. You're holding, no holding. All right, here we go. Box.
You heard Rosa Diaz. Stop, you're holding, no holding to Patrick Ford. Box. The end of the round approaches, and again Pedroza unloads. An unfailing pattern now, and he is really giving it to Ford. He is teeing off.
Way to work now, work.
The workman at his trade. The end of the round. We're back. Here's action in the fading seconds of round 12. Making Ford miss, and then closing in on the fighter, trying to tee off on him, knowing he's got Ford under control. Winding up with that left. And indeed, once again, as I talk, I hear the corner telling Pedroza, as the bell
13.
for round 13 when we get to the last minute of the round, go at it. Leave the impression with the judges and the referee. That's what Pedroza has been doing. Came into this fight fourth rated by the WBA. Good right by Pedroza. The left now getting into the cut lower lip, seeking to reopen. It begins to have the look of the 13th, 14th, and 15th rounds against Sanchez. Ford, a weary fighter with another wild right that missed. Pedroza, methodical, systematically looking for his spots. The right by Ford missed. The left grazed in. Left got in there by Ford. But the snap's gone from his punches, or so it seems. Going to need a lot of good fights to remove the stench of recent developments that have covered the pages of your newspapers. This was a working man's fight for Pedroza. Who knows his business. And the stamina was to play a part. There was utterly no evidence of any fatigue on Pedroza's part. Quite the opposite. It is Ford. The crowd is rising to it now. Goes down as much from fatigue as anything else.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Pedroza knows he has it. The scene speaks for itself. So it came to an end as the bell rang. There was no saving by the bell except for the 15th round. And Eusebio Pedroza, as we look again, a fatigued Ford ready to go. Right got in there, then the left, and Ford went down because the blows weren't that clean, as much from fatigue as anything else, and the accumulative beating that he had taken from the 7th round on, when, as I had suggested, the fight turned in the last minute and a half of the 7th round. So there it was, and I must say that the young man from Panama is a worthy champion. And while Patrick Ford lost, he remains a young fighter with a great deal of heart, but in this fight, it was shown that he has much to learn. He was not fighting the easier target that Salvador Sanchez is. Sanchez has developed a penchant for the absorption of punishment. Comes on in the late rounds to win. This man, as they treat a cut that he suffered in the 13th round on the right side of the right eye, a nothing cut really, this man knows his business. An impressive champion, and still the WBA featherweight champion of the world. As you look, it's still another angle of the knockout that ended the fight. I'm just waiting for the official announcement by the ring announcer, Eusebio Pedroza. should have this momentarily. All right, it's official. They did not announce it yet. There is the defeated warrior, Patrick Ford. A worthy challenger, but in the process of getting an education in boxing today from the man who's the champion, and that is Pedroza.